Good afternoon and welcome to Teleislas News with the most relevant and important information of the day. The Secretariat of Tourism, alongside the ANATO chapter from San Andres, has been developing workshops with students in an attempt to instill the importance of this subject for the department.
The local government has been developing workshops catering towards students from the different educational institutions focusing on the subject of tourism, where they are providing information regarding the significance of this matter on the archipelago.
These workshops are being conducted by the local administration under the leadership of Governor Everett Harkins and through the Secretariat of Tourism. Likewise, with the support of the ANATO San Andres chapter, denominated Schools Friends of Tourism. From there, the young people from 9th until 11th grade have been encouraged and now replicating the importance of tourism in the department.
The executive director of the ANATO San Andres chapter explained the importance of instructing these students everything related to tourism, since this is the economic sector moving the department.
La idea es brindarles clases.
The idea is to give classes to the students at the institution so that they have knowledge of what tourism is, its importance, and the different types of tourism, and everything related to this industry. Other activities will be carried out later on, and the idea is for them to learn about the operation of a travel agency, a hotel, a restaurant, a marina as well, and for them to be students who in the future will study careers related to this industry.
The local government is investigating in the young people to help them cater towards touristic careers that will contribute to the destination tomorrow.
Today, the event to commemorate the celebration of the Afro-Colombian Day was held at the Simon Bolivar Park with an Afro-employment session together with a commemorative act to celebrate the Afro-Colombian Day.
Today we have the Afro-Employment event, which is from our Public Employment Agency, and we want to invite the entire community of San Andres to come because there are jobs, and we want to tell you about the different vacancies. In total, there are 162 vacancies. We also want to tell you that we have invited different companies. We have the Family Welfare Institute that is accompanying us today. We also have the training part so that everyone knows the opportunities on the island.
The ICBF also participated actively in the event.
Today we are commemorating the Afro-Colombian Day, and we are here with ethnic programs and modalities. We brought a sample of a borojo candy since we are representing the community of Chocó, and here are our allied operators accompanying us in this activity.
The Afro-Employment event lasts until midday.
The Constitutional Court recognized midwifery as an essential knowledge and cultural heritage of the nation. It urges the Ministry of Health to integrate midwives into the Social Security health system and Congress to legislate on the subject.
The Constitutional Court exhorted the Ministry of Health and Social Protection to initiate and complete all the necessary initiatives in order to integrate midwives to the general system of Social Security in health. While the Congress of the Republic must legislate on the issue, the call was made by the 6th Review Chamber of the Court when studying a tutela filed by organizations of midwives located in the departments of Chocó and Valle del Cauca. In addition to attending births, accompanying the pregnant mother and caring for the newborn baby, these people provide ancestral medicine services, diagnosis and treatment of diseases to the community to which they belong through the curative use of medicinal plants and other forms of traditional medicine. Although midwifery is exercised by different groups, this practice is identified with Black, Afro-descendant, Raizal or Palenquero communities located in the Colombian Pacific coast, mainly in the departments of Nariño, Valle del Cauca, Cauca, and Chocó, with a predominance in the latter and in the city of Buenaventura. Midwives affiliated to the organization assured that even when they personally attended to patients infected with COVID-19 in their communities, they were not classified as human talent in the health sector, nor were they prioritized in the vaccination plan against this virus. Neither were they beneficiaries of the temporary economic recognition obtained by the medical personnel and other disciplines that treated this disease. the midwives did not receive the personal protection elements required to control infections and stop the transmission of COVID-19, nor were they given adequate support to stop the advance of the disease in their territories. With the Magistrate Gloria Stella Ortiz Delgado as rapporteur, the Chamber pointed out that there is a constitutional and legal duty to immigrate midwifery as a form of ancestral medicine to the general system of social security and health. This process must be carried out in consultation with those who practice midwifery, for which it considered the work that the Ministry of Health has been carrying out this regard to be opportune and called upon to complete it. However, in the particular case, the court found that the Ministry of Health violated the fundamental rights of the plaintiff midwives by not prioritizing them in the National Vaccination Plan against COVID-19 and by excluding them from the economic recognition granted by the government. The court also recognized and exalted midwifery as a form of protection of the sexual and reproductive rights of women who belong to the communities where this knowledge is practiced. The obligation persists even if the government terminates the health emergency before the expiration of the respective deadline and payments.
And today is the closing of the registrations for the new version of ClipFest 2022. It's a program that will award the best music clips this year.
The ClipFest contest that rewards audiovisual creativity on the island will close its registrations today. For this reason, those who wish to participate in the fourth version of the program should speed up their registration process.
Participantes o posibles participantes de Clip.
Participants or potential participants of ClipFest, this information is so that you don't leave your inscriptions to the last minute. We are in the final stretch. Time is running out. Go now to www.teleislas.com.co. Download the form. Read it very well, fill it out and send your documents to be part of ClipFest in its 4th edition. Remember that this year there are music clips in 2 categories, amateurs and professionals. If you are a professional, remember that you must have your certificate of experience and at least 3 years practicing to be considered as an expert or professional.
Citizens who wish to participate in ClipFest must be between 18 to 40 years of age with permanent OCRA card and residence in any region of the country. If you want to know more details about the contest, you should consult the Teleislas channel page as well as the hotline enabled for the new version of ClipFest 2022.
Entre abril y diciembre del 2021, más de 11,000 colombianos se acercaron a sus sueños gracias a las oficinas móviles del Fondo Nacional del Ahorro.
We're going to a short commercial break, but we'll be right back with more of Teleislas news.
Hello, welcome once again to your Culture and Taste program. Gastronomy plays a very important role in Islanders' culture.
Yeah, come learn about our food. A lot of gastronomy we got here for you. Fry fish if you wish, lobster and breadfruit. Yeah. A lot of gastronomy we got here for you. Yeah, come learn about our food. A lot of gastronomy we got here for you. Fry fish if you wish, lobster and breadfruit. A lot of gastronomy we got here for you. Yeah.
¿Estás cansado de perderte nuestra programación en vivo? No te preocupes, Teleislas emite tus programas favoritos del día todas las noches. Sí, así como lo oyes, a las 10:30 p.m. Teleislas News. En familia a las 11 p.m. y Pretty Island Magazine a las 12 a.m. Porque sabemos que hay contenidos que no te puedes perder, Teleislas, el canal de nuestra identidad.
Everybody come feel up, nada what to spend.
The Minister of Health and Social Protection, Fernando Ruiz Gomez, placed special emphasis on EPS and IPS and territorial entities to ensure the fourth dose to the population over 50 years of age.
After the national government established that people over 50 years of age could comply for the fourth dose, the national government urged the application and calls on the territories to make the respective publicity.
Es necesario vacunar y proceder.
It is necessary to vaccinate and proceed, and much more when we are in a situation of very low risk. But obviously, there are probabilities of having an infection in the coming days. We must look at what is happening in other countries like the United States, where there is a high infection of Omicron and there is an increased possibility in Colombia that is not currently of concern. But the risk exists, so that the invitation is that all health secretariats vaccinate the population of 50 years and vaccinate them as soon as possible.
In this sense, the minister requested all actors involved to continue advancing in the national vaccination plan.
5 new COVID cases were added to the department this week, according to the National Health Institute, a scenario that sets off alarms at the Health Secretariat on the island, taking into account that there had been no cases in more than 4 months.
According to the weekly report issued by the National Health Institute regarding the COVID situation in the department, 5 new cases have been registered for a total of 10,204 infections since the pandemic began. It is important to highlight that this sets off alarms not only for the Health Secretariat but also for the community, since so far this year there have been no new cases of the virus. To date, the health portfolio has not issued value information regarding the health status of those infected, their age, or if they require hospitalization. Teleislas News will be aware of the management that the departmental government will be giving to this situation. On the other hand, the state social enterprise informs that the application.
Ya damos inicio al segundo refuerzo de vacunación. We are starting the application for the second booster dose of COVID vaccination for those over 50 years of age who have completed 4 months after the application of the first booster. We are using the doses that are available on the island, and we are inviting the community to come to the hospital.
The invitation is for the community to be very attentive to the vaccination and to go to the hospital center to apply this fourth dose.
And now let's get to know other facts that today are news in our brief news section.
The local government, with the support of SENA, started the Food and Beverage Handling course for the Fair Tables Association, people of the traditional cuisine. The objective of the initiative is to strengthen the skills and abilities of the gastronomic workers with the purpose of continuing to improve the quality of the products they offer. The courses are 40 hours long and will be certified. The SENA Regional Chapter seeks to certify the barbers of the island. To obtain the academic certificate, they can register until today, May 20th, at the SENA facilities in order to participate in a training session that will be held on the 23rd and 24th of this month. The environmental and child protection groups conducted an awareness campaign at the Luis Amigo Educational Institution on the importance of proper management of solid waste for the care of the environment and natural resources of the archipelago, as well as making known the attention lines 141 and 123 in case of violation of the rights of children and adolescents.